Okay. Welcome once more for tonight's session. Tonight, like I said, we are going to look at various roles involved in IT service management. So if we finish this boot camp, what are there out there for you? Sorry, what can you apply, or what kind of people are you going to work with within the industry? So let's start from looking at our notes, and after then we can take questions. Okay. While looking at this role, we'll look at the role from the hierarchy level, from hierarchy down to the junior ones. So, like I said, that IT service management is the bedrock that carries the whole IT infrastructure of every organization. And seeing that modern organization, I'm not going to say just business, because we have non-governmental organizations that are not profit-oriented. But every organization, even churches, good church, modern churches, they have a lot of IT infrastructure. Everything is rested on IT service management. So the biggest man there is the chief information officer, call it CIO or chief technology officer. He's the overall chief. Some people call it IT director, whichever name, but the main official name is chief information officer. And in IT, as a sector, even here in UK, we have the overall people that are, in terms of any IT data management, call it chief information officer as well. So the responsibility is to define the IT strategy of the organization, and making sure that IT aligns with the organization strategy and business objectives. He oversees IT operations, drives innovations, and ensures governance and compliance across the organization. That's what he does. Then we have head of IT service management and the VP of the IT operations. So this head of IT service management is directly working with the chief information officer. So you are working under the chief CIO, and the responsibility is to oversee the ITSM framework implementation, just like we look at so many framework like ITIL. So they see that the right framework is implemented for the organization, establish policies and processes, ensure service quality and efficiency, and coordinate with business units to align IT services with business need. So they are the people in charge of design, and implementation of this ITSM all of us are looking at. Then we'll have what we call another big role. We have senior ITSM leadership roles, and they are senior, they are not direct. These people within these chief executives, within this level, we call them directors, IT directors. So, but the senior ITSM, they are senior managers within the industry. And they are the IT service manager, IT service delivery manager. That's number one. The responsibilities are to ensure services meet agreed upon service level, and manage service delivery team, liaise with IT and business units, and lead continuous improvement initiative in service delivery. So they are the people that are responsible to make sure that there is quality service delivery across board. And we have what we called service level agreement. That is what is agreed upon, the level of the standard, and they make sure that this standard is implemented across board, making sure that the IT service unit is meeting the agreed standard. So, and various units that are using IT infrastructure, they make sure, like for instance, finance, marketing, operation, production. There are so many units within the organization, so they coordinate to make sure that good services and they deliver within the need of every specific need of every unit or every department. Then we'll have IT operations manager. They oversee day-to-day IT operations, manage infrastructure and application, ensure operational efficiency, and manage incident response to minimize service disruption. So they are the people that works with the agent. They directly supervise day-to-day running of IT within the organization, making sure that there is no disruption. Any incidents is being mitigated within the service level agreement, and they are the, like I said, day-to-day running of IT within the organization to make sure there's no disruption, or even if there is disruption, minimize the impact of any kind of disruption. Then we have service portfolio manager. They manage the organization's service portfolio, define service offering, ensure the portfolio align with the business strategy, and evaluate the value of services to optimize service delivery. What we mean by portfolio is that we'll have different types of service delivery. The kind of services we deliver to marketing unit is different from the kind of service we deliver to the finance unit. These are portfolios, call it different packages, can call it portfolio, can call it packages. So service portfolio or service packages, they define making sure that we have specific, we don't use one package for everyone. Every organization, every unit have their peculiarities. You cannot use finance peculiarities or finance requirements to manage HR requirements. So you try to identify requirements, IT need within every department, and develop a suitable strategy to make sure there is quality service delivery. They are the portfolio managers. In big organization where there is a division of labor, this is the way it should be. But in some organization, you find out that you can become senior ITSM manager. As a senior ITSM manager, you oversee the role of IT service delivery manager, you oversee the role of IT operations manager, and you equally oversee the role of IT portfolio manager. So many small and medium organizations, this is what you are going to find yourself in. But in a very big organization where things are organized and a very high scaled operation, they make sure they define and break down roles into these levels. Okay, then let's look at the mid-level roles. ITSM mid-level management roles. We have number one, service level manager. The service level manager defines, negotiate, and manage service level agreements and monitor service performance, ensure services meet customer expectation, and handle customer escalation. This is what service level agreement is a big factor in ITSM. So they are the people that manage this service level agreement. When the company decides on service level, that service level agreement, if you want to, for more clarification and understanding of what service level agreement means, is if you are working within project management, you can call it acceptance criteria. That is in agile project management or quality control. So this is it. Have just want to do that in ITSM. We call it service level agreement, agreed upon quality of services deployed, and you can't go less than this. So anything less than this quality has to be investigated. So, and this person, service level manager, is dedicated for defining. So he lead for the defining, negotiate, and manage this service level agreement. Not only defining and you monitor it, monitor the performance. I say that anything below the service level is investigated. For instance, let's say service level agreement is for critical incidents. We say resolution period. That is the service level resolution period is 4 hours. So it means in critical incidents, within 4 hours, that incident must be resolved. If a situation arose that incidents happen and it cannot be resolved within 4 hours, then that incident must be investigated. Why? So these people, service level managers, are responsible for these operations. Then we have IT service desk manager. These are the ones so many of us might be so conversant with. Desk managers oversee the service desk team, manage incidents and service requests, ensure timely resolution, and track performance metrics to maintain high quality customer support. So they are mainly the people that the front desk we see, we talk to, but not the person, the service desk manager. He will have service level agents. So, but this is the manager must make sure that all the incidents being captured, they capture the incidents from the desk, service desk. All the incidents, they capture it. They are the people that you meet when you have an incident. These are the first line of people, you know, at times call them first line support. These are the desk people, but the service desk manager is in charge of every operation within the desk management. And we have problem managers. Problem managers responsible for identifying and resolving root cause of incidents, manage problem record, work on long-term solution to prevent incidents and reduce the impact of recurring problems. So when there is an incident is an issue, they try to find out the root cause. They don't just resolve. Yes, the service operations, desk management, they can resolve incidents, but some incidents after resolving it, they can just resolve it from the periphery. Some incidents can become very, very difficult to understand because so they try to these people, the service, the problem managers, make sure that they dig deep. They don't just sit in within the surface. They dig deep to make sure that every incident is captured and develop, understand the root cause, and make sure that, because the main purpose is to bring down the number of incidents, recurring incidents, and use this as a means. So any kind of incident that will come within this, they become proactive, preventing it from happening if they understand the root cause. So these people, so many of them are seasoned, very good business analysts. Business analysts, they can work within this area as problem managers under ITSM. Another area is change managers. Change manager, you see, business analysts, them can equally work within this environment change. They are responsible for overseeing the change request management process, assess risk, coordinate changes across team, and ensure changes are implemented within minimal disruption to the services. What is change? We should know. Well, I don't know, some of you are in our BA classes. Change is when some service users are requesting for a specific change or a specific, they have specific requirements they want the IT team to help them implement. Okay, I'll give you an example of a change. When the human resources department wants their system to be integrated with ITSM department, so that if there is a new intake, a new employee, we call them new joiners. When there is new joiners or new starters, automatically they don't have to be sending this request manually, or sending email for new starters to be provisioned. All they need to do is that the integration, after the integration, once they onboard a new starter within the HR application or software, it will automatically trigger and populate within the ITSM unit, within their own system, and they will know there is a request for. So this is what we call change request. A situation, maybe they don't want to be doing it manually, sending them email. So they can request for a change. And you know, this kind of change is integration, and this is within business analysis. This is a project. With this, to find out to implement this, it's going to involve projects. It's going to involve a full-blown project. So you see most of the things happening here, project managers are involved. Business analysts are involved, because all these things, a lot of things you see here, implement this, implement that. Whatever you see implementation is involving project, is a project, and project managers comes in. So you see that ITSM, you work with a lot of project managers, you work with a lot of business analysts as well. And then we have configuration managers, and configuration managers here are like the C for all the configuration management within database and other related IT services. Configuration, these are people within the kind of developers. So these people see that all the configuration need, after there is a change, when there is change request, after planning. For instance, here, the problem manager diagnoses to find out the root cause, and after the root cause, you might say there is a problem that needs to be mitigated, which might request a change request. And then when the change request is triggered, the change manager will coordinate the change. And after the change, the configuration manager will make sure that the configuration is being implemented within the specific areas. Here we see configuration management database ensures accurate record of IT asset, manage configuration items, and support change and incidents management with updated information. So configuration managers, they work in hand with this, and with the problem managers as well. So every team here is about solving problems. And problems, to solve a problem is a full-blown project. So you constantly have a lot of team working with you. And that's when I started the time I worked with the ITSM as a business analyst. I did a lot of configuration change management. From then, I started managing a lot of projects within there. And from there, I became service manager for some time. And I learned a lot of things. And that's my experience within ITSM. And it's really busy environment. Can never be dull within the ITSM. So here are the other roles. We have specialist roles, and this is incidents manager. Responsibilities include respond to incidents, manage incidents life cycle, coordinate resolution effort, ensure incidents are resolved within the service level agreements to minimize service disruption. So they are specialist roles. You can call them agents. These are some of these people here are working directly under these management, most of the time with some of the mid-management role or senior management roles. They are the people that work under them. Some of them are specialists, you know. They might not just be junior role, but specialist role. They are called agents, service agents. So we have capacity manager. some of them, some of their responsibilities include forecast, plan, and manage IT resource capacity to meet current and future demand, ensure optimal performance, and prevent overutilization or underutilization of resources. So they are the capacity manager. They're always making sure budgeting, looking at the capacity, what is the need, the IT capacity, you know. So I've done a situation where I have to try to find out the cost of every incident we resolve. Incidents cost. I have to determine the cost of every incident. That will help us to know the capacity of workforce we need, the capacity of budgets the IT units need, you know. So, but these are some of the things the capacity managers does. But they find out that once you're an ITSM manager, there's a lot of work that will hit under you when there is no such division of labor, when things are not broken down like this. So they make sure there is enough resources for the IT service unit based on facts and figures. So all the information, they look at the information, the availability, mainly looking at the service cost. Service cost is most of the time the determinant of the resource need. So we have availability manager responsible to ensure IT services are available as required, and platform availability analysis, design service for maximum uptime, and manage recovery strategy to minimize downtime. So they make sure that services are available at all times. They decide the availability of services. In very big operations, you might be think it's not easy. At times that's why you see when they say 24 hours IT service, it has to be written everywhere for people to know when the IT is available and the IT is not available. Even in the hospital, a lot of places, service availability is a big issue. That's why you see in hospital, they tell you when they open and when they close. You know they are off office hour, and even if there is an off within the office hour, there is dedicated team, so they have to provide special number for office availability servicemen. So these are the people that do all these things. They coordinate when the IT service is available, when it's not available. And these days, because a lot of companies, their IT units are working 24 hours, 247. There's always availability of services. Even in the bank, even if you call so many banks here in UK, if you call bank by 1 midnight, somebody is going to pick up. Although first they will have to route the call to see if it's what AI can answer. You know, a lot of automated messages, automated voice notes you have to pass through. But once you pass through all those things, you find that there is somebody at the end of the corner waiting for your call. These are off service hour personnel. So the availability manager makes sure that there is enough people within the uptime and the downtime. Then we have release and development managers. These are within most of the projects going on. They have their internal projects going on within a lot of projects. So every project is being released at a particular. Some people manage when it's released. So these people plan, schedule, and manage software releases and the deployment, coordinate with development and operations team, and ensure releases are executed smoothly without disrupting services. So these are the people that plan. If there is implementation, a project going on, for instance, if the within the CRM unit or sales unit or marketing unit, they want to migrate from one CRM to another CRM. You know that CRM system, as long as it's within the working period, is a very busy environment. So for you to migrate data in a running CRM system is very risky. So these people release period. In a project like that, they determine the suitable time for releases, and they determine the kind of strategies for so many release operations. For instance, they want to do data migration. We have what we call trickle operation, and we have what we call big bang. So we determine the release people have to plan to make sure their main purpose is to reduce disruption of service because of releasing a particular software. During release, you find out that after releasing, you have a big bug and that can disrupt service. So you plan for rollback as well. A rollback is after releasing and is not expected, is not as expected, automatically you roll back to the initial status quo before the release. So these people, release people, this is what the release manager, release and deployment managers. These are very important operation because when a project is always going on, after finishing the project needs to be released. But some of us do not understand, or does it just that once you finish a project, it just started working automatically. It doesn't work that way. People plan for the release. And like we see Facebook, they do releases all the time. So in their own, you find out that something like Facebook, when some people are sleeping, that is when even some people are using Facebook. So they have to find the best time for releasing. Like if anything happens, it's not going to disrupt the service. So this is the work of the release people. And then we'll have service catalog manager. They are the people that design catalog. So catalog is some of the things we are going to do. Maintain service catalog, ensure service offering are up to date, define service description, and provide easy access to availability and the service to customers. So we're going to design a full-blown IT service catalog. One of the projects, one of the things we are going in our project. So as an ITSM manager, you should be able to, design a service catalog for your organization. So the service catalog managers, they are in charge of anything IT, designing catalog, maintaining catalog, and updating catalog. Catalog contains all the information about the services the organization deploy within the IT services. So they catalog identify every IT need or IT service. We call it service. Identify every service description, service level agreement, service cost, service process flow. All these things you want to capture in a catalog for every service. Is a very detailed document. The short is Just like if, in project management, we call it product backlog, but here we call it service catalog. So then we have other role called knowledge manager. In ITSM, we have knowledge management. Knowledge management is where they write a lot of IT articles, documentations, how to, all those things. Some people are responsible for them in big organization, but if there is no, if it's small to medium organization, as a IT service manager, it's your duty to do all this in catalog, knowledge management is their duty. So they manage knowledge resources, ensure documentation and information are available to users and IT team, promote knowledge sharing, and maintain a knowledge base for efficient issue resolution. And then we have IT finance managers responsible for budgeting and allocation of IT services. So track service costs, support financial planning and analyze service expenditure to optimize IT investment. So these roles, IT service managers does it, but if in a big organization, we have roles like this for you to know. So they make sure that there is enough budgeting for IT, and you have to do that through, like those that do resource allocation. Most of the time they can do merge resource manager with IT finance manager, can be merged or it can be broken, but you see that resource managers try to understand the resource need by trying to get the cost of every in every IT unit, every service offering they offer to the service users. They understand the cost. That cost will help the service managers during budgeting and financial planning. They'll have supplier relationship manager responsible for manage suppliers relationship, monitor service performance, negotiate contract, ensure suppliers meet service expectation, and coordinate with third-party service providers. We have a lot of suppliers within this environment. We call them vendors. So all this IT we use in the organization, like let's say ITSM 2, like Halo or ServiceNow. Equally, we have all these ERP software, CRM softwares. They are being supplied by vendors, and this is IT assets. So some people make sure they have good relationship. They manage all the supplies. So in some organization, if you want any kind of IT service, maybe you want even this ITSM, then ITSM need to evaluate whether that particular software you are looking for aligns with the organization's IT strategy and goal. You cannot even download some certain things on your computer. No matter how good the application, it needs to be evaluated. So the point here is that all the application companies use are being supplied by third party. The companies doesn't develop. So these are suppliers. We call them vendors. Somebody manages them in big organizations. But if you don't have somebody like this, you, the IT service manager, sees to all this. And the service continuity manager develop and test disaster recovery and continuity plan, ensure critical IT service can be restored in case of major incidents, and coordinate with team for effective recovery process. There's so many times you have what we call crash. System can crash, and we have to recover some of our, or even in the case of theft, maybe somebody's computer is stolen and critical information within. So these are some of the things these people do, try to recover, we call it disaster, recover data, sensitive data, so this their own work. But if we, like I keep saying, if we have a robust, where we have a robust management or bigger operation, if there's no bigger operation, it's your duty as the IT service manager to do all this. So now let's look at the N3 ITSM N3 level and support role. So these are the easiest way you can come into this ITSM. We have number one, IT service desk analyst responsible. These are the front desk operators responsible for handling frontline support, manage incident tickets, resolve common issues, escalate complex problem, and provide technical assistance to users. So these are the first line support, call it first line support or front line. They are the people directly capturing the incidents when the users are submitting incidents or tickets, call it ticket at times. So if you hear incident tickets, it's their incidents response. So when they capture this, they are the first people. They try to see if they can troubleshoot such incidents. If they can, they will troubleshoot it. If they cannot, they will escalate it to the second line. The second line are the people that are trained within that environment to, these are specialists that troubleshoot any kind of incidents. So if the first line cannot handle it, it's escalated to the second line, and the second line cannot do it, you see it as being escalated again to the manager's level, where they have to then take decision, strategic decision on such issues. And we have change analysts. You see under areas we have change managers, but here is analysts. So they are the people like working under the changes. So responsibility of assisting change managers by reviewing change requests, performing initial assessment, monitoring change, and helping with change documentation. These people can be business analysts as well, depending on the level of not senior business analysts, to have a configuration analyst responsible for maintain configuration record, update the CMDB track, and update the CMDB track configuration items, and support configuration management in managing IT asset and configuration data. So these are the people that most of the requirements, the business analysts, they do the documentation of all the requirements and hand over to, they work with the developers. These are some of the things we do all the time in business analysis and project management. And we have incidents analysts. Incidents analysts, they are the people that monitor incidents, track incidents, support incidents response, escalate recurring incidents, and provide reports to the incident manager. So, and then we have problem analysts. They assist the problem managers by identifying trend, performing root cause analysis, track problem record, and work on solution for problem resolution. So most of the people here are business analysts. So that's why in so many cases, They recruit you as a business analyst, but you are working within the ITSM unit or department. So they will then, you see, they say a business analyst needed, but you must have experience, an ITSM, or they will say ITSM business analyst. You must have this domain. You must be a domain expert in ITSM. And we'll have junior ITSM specialists or trainees. They support various ITSM practice, assist with incidents, manage incidents, change or problem, work under senior ITSM specialists, and gain practical experience in ITSM management, just like what you guys are doing now. Okay? You guys can be called junior ITSM specialists or trainees based on this boot camp. So this is the level you are at the moment. You know, so you are trying to gain experience within ITSM. So that is it. And once you finish, you can start applying for any of other. If you are fast enough, you can work as an incident analyst. You can work as a depending on your experience, as like I say, fast IT desk analyst, change analyst. Before you can work as a change analyst, you must have some experience as a business analyst or even configuration. You can have experience, but like something like incident analyst and IT desk analyst, you don't need any experience as a business analyst. But in terms of change analyst within the ITSM, you might need experience as a business analyst. And this is the entry level. If you are fast, you can equally be applying for ITSM manager role or specialist role. But this is the hierarchy of this ladder. And you can see there's a lot here, a lot of opportunities. So that is it. And this is where we're stopping this night. So if you have any question, I can handle your questions now. Okay. Are we here?
We are.
So it seems we don't have any questions, and that's good. It means I did a good presentation.
Yeah. I was practically running through the rows. So I said today is practically like running through the rows. So I don't have any questions.
Okay, no problems. All right. We're going to this is where the foundation level or introduction level end. So this is where we end it. And so the next thing is to start working on strategies, designing strategies. That is where the ITSM starts. So what we'll be doing is just trying to understand the whole concept of ITSM, but going forward, start looking at strategies, the designing, configuration, implementation, and service level agreements, during planning and all this designing. That's where we'll have to start talking about service level agreements, service catalogs, and all this. So thank you for joining tonight, and I will see you soon. Sorry, I've not uploaded the the other December, but I will make our time to do that. Just a lot of work at the moment, but I'll try to see what I can do about it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
All right. See you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.